Hello and welcome back to Pelican Crafts. Today I have a masterboard that I created using the scraps of the projects that I have made with Paperomia. So this is a spring collection, all the little scrap papers. So what you do with a masterboard, once you get it all put down, I put strips down, I put little bits here, little bits there, triangles. Then I stuck stickers on and fussy cut out some of the flowers from Paperomia, and I was able to put them on here. So you turn this over, you don't know what's on the other side, and you start cutting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a belly band and a tag to start with. So the belly band, I'm going to make it about 2 inches, and I'm going to make it kind of long because I'm not sure what journal I'm going to put it in, whether it's going to be a big journal, a medium journal, or a large journal. 2 inches, maybe 1.5 inches. Don't want to take up too much of the page. And then you just cut. Okay, so what do we have for a belly band? Kind of interesting. Part of a flower. Then we would probably cut this down. If I was going to put it in the normal size journal I make, which I use a 8.5 by 11, and I fold it like this, I'd want to make it 8.5 inches. So I'd have quite a bit down here left over for something else. A skinny pocket, who knows? But that right now that one's going for a belly band. So let's do a tag. A tag I like to make it about 2.5 inches. Let's go 2.5. And I normally make my tags between 5 and 6 inches, which is just perfect because this is 12 by 12. So I can come over here to the 6-inch mark, cut it, and now I have 2 tags. Oh, look, the bird came out in whole. Isn't that great? That's super. Okay, rest of the sunflower. So now we have 2 tags. We'll go back and trim the corners in a minute. So what else do we want? I still have quite a bit of paper left. We could do, let's say, a 4-inch pocket. So let's go over here. Oh, let's make that 3.5 because this looks like it is about 7.5. So let's do 3.5-inch pocket. So now we have 3.5 inches, and then we can cut it down. Oh, let's say, let's go 4 inches. That's a pretty good sized pocket. You could put a big tag in there. Here you go. That tag would slide right into that pocket. We got the whole flower. Nice. Then now we've got over here, so what do we have? We have a bunny rabbit and we have a flower cart. So if we do another 4-inch tag, or pocket I mean, so we come down here, 4 more inches. So now we have 3 pockets we can use. We have 2 bookmarks and a belly band, which could be 2 belly bands depending on how you use it, and a small bookmark. Now, what are we going to do with this? I'm thinking skinnier pockets. You know, on the side of a page you could have a pocket 6 inches long and have 2 side pockets, or you could do a narrow pocket and put little ephemera in the narrow pocket. So what am I going to do? I'm thinking, let's do, this is actually 4.5 inches. So if we did a 2-inch strip on here, That would make a nice depth for a pocket for a small ephemera to sit in. So let's see, I said 2 inches. Is that what I said? Yeah, I think a 2 inch. Okay, so let's go 2 inches. And I'm thinking again, if we do an 8.5 by 11 book, I want to take off a little trim because I didn't get the paper all the way up to the top, so let's trim off a little bit of that so that the paper's already there. And then let's make this, let's make it, let's see. What I like to do is measure how much white I'm going to have to cut off. That looks like, we could say that is a 1/2 inch there. So we're taking 1 inch off. So this is actually, instead of being 5 1/4, I mean 8.5, it's going to be 7.5. So let's do a 7.5 inch. Here we go. And then what I would do is I would punch out 2 little holes for finger tabs. I would put glue in the middle and glue on the edges and on the side, and then that would form your 2 pockets. And I would come in, let's use a pen and pencil on the back because we're not going to mess with that. So this is 7.5 inches, which 3 3/4 would be about right here. So that'd be about the middle, and that's where we want to put the glue. So we want to make sure we get the pocket hole. Well, that doesn't look quite right, does it? Let's measure that again. So 7.5. Whoops, I was off. 3 1/4, we'd put it about right there. So let's wipe off that one so we don't get confused. I'm thinking let's put this edge on the right hand side, and we're going to put the pocket holes over here. So you figure 3 3/4 would be about 2 7/8. So we're going to go about right here, and you can kind of eyeball that and see if you got about the same amount of space on each side. Punch a hole. Same thing here, about the same amount of space on each side. Punch a hole. This one's not as deep as this one, but you can always go back and take more off, but you cannot add back if you take off too much. Okay, that looks much better. So now we have 2 pockets that we can put on the edge of a paper, or edge of a book. Let's pretend this is our book. We can attach it over here on this side, then we can slip in tags or something here. Let's see. Get a tag out. We could use that as a pocket, and this is a pocket. So that is, we have 2 pockets there. Then we are left with this piece. That birdhouse is kind of cute. We could make sure that goes on the front of a pocket. We could cut this into 4ths too and make it a small pocket. It would be 2.5 inches. That's not bad for a pocket size. So let's go ahead and cut this one down 4 inches each and make 3 more pockets. So you figure out of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, we're going to be getting quite a few pockets and stuff out of it. Okay, so let's put that up out of the way. So we have these 3 pockets that we just cut. We have this tag, We have 3 larger pockets that we cut out. We have the belly band, which we could cut it at 6 inches and have 2 belly bands, or we could do it 8.5 or 7.5, whatever the size page is. Then we could have a small bookmark at the bottom. And then we have this, where we've done 2 pockets in one, that we're going to attach it to the side of a page. So that's a Masterboard, and that's what you do. You create this beautiful Masterboard with all your scraps, and then you turn it over and you just start cutting. And these are gorgeous. I mean, it's not anything that you would plan to do, but they're interesting. It's just unique. Every Masterboard is unique. And the items you get out of each Masterboard are just unique. You could put a flower here if you want. You could leave journal room for yourself. And these corners here. So if we're going to make a tag, I don't think I want this. I think I want a pair of scissors. Get a pair of scissors here. Ooh. If we cut this like we should to put an angle on it, we're going to cut his beak off. So what we could do instead is just leave it square, this one square. Punch a hole in it. It could be a bookmark or a tag this way. Now this one, not so bad. We can go ahead and cut off a corner. So you take this corner, scissors are stuck on my thumb. You take the corner that you just cut off here, and you turn it over upside down, and you place it on the other corner, and then you cut, and that way each side is identical. Now you have a tag. Punch a hole in it, and you're done. So what we ended up with is 2 tags, a belly band, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pockets out of a 12 by 12 piece of cardboard or Masterboard. Now this backing I put on here is actually the back of a 12 by 12 package of paper, scrapbook paper is what I put it on. It's thin, but it gives this enough stiffness that you can make several things out of it. I hope you enjoyed this. Look forward to seeing you again, and please come back. Remember, all this was made with the spring collection from Paperomia. Have a great evening. Hi, welcome back to Pelican Crafts. I'm Brenda, and I am going to show you some more of the spring collection by Paperomia. We're using the yellow papers. Remember, the spring collection consists of 7 colors. Yellow is one of them, and there's 15 designs. These papers are just gorgeous. Oh. Butterflies, beautiful flowers, more butterflies. Just there's 15 pages. It just goes on and on and on. Look at that one. This one's gorgeous. What we're going to do today is we are going to make postage stamps. I figured this had writing on it, butterflies, flowers. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut this paper in half. I've already trimmed off the edges from it being printed, because when it's printed it has the edges on it. So I've cut those off. And then we're just going to go in here and we are going to cut it in half. But first we're going to see how long it is. It's 10 inches long now. So we're going to cut this at the 5-inch mark. And we're going to do a couple of different postage stamps. I have this die. It cuts out 6 at a time. We can lay it this way. We can lay it this way. We can put it over here on words. We can do, oh, I kind of like that. That's pretty good right there. I like that. So we'll leave that one there. And this one has smaller stamps in the middle, but then it has tickets. So we're going to cut this one out of that. I kind of like it like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our die cutting machine. I have a Big Shot. There are several different brands out there. Use what you are comfortable with. So here's my Big Shot machine. I'm going to put that one up there. We're going to do this guy first. Then I have the base here. We got the magnetic. There's a magnetic plate and then the cutting plate. We're going to put our paper down on here, and then we're going to line up where we want this, and I really kind of like that small flower right there, so we're going to do that. Then we're going to put our top plate on here, and we're going to run it through. Oops, my machine is sliding. That's because I have it on a piece of paper that came off. Okay, so we're going to set this one off to the side. We'll take it apart in a moment. We're going to go ahead and bring back this other piece of paper that we had. And we're going to put this on here. Try to line up some interesting elements. I think that's pretty good right there. We are going to run it through the machine now. Okay. So we're done with the Big Shot machine. Take our die off of here. Get rid of our cutting pads. So this comes out, and look, we've got more here we can do things with. We could put that on a Masterboard, or we can make a pocket out of that. So we're going to be using that up later. We're going to pop this one off. Same thing, we've got some extras here that we can make good use of. Then we're going to pop these guys out. They're still attached. We need to cut the holes here, but we're going to do that in a moment. Oops, that one came apart on me. And one more tag, or a ticket, I mean. Get rid of him. Then we have these. They just pop out. So what I like to do is I like to cut and separate these before I start stamping. One reason is I don't want the cancellation stamp to go somewhere on another stamp that I don't want it. So we're going to cut these down the middle so they all have that postage stamp look. You can print these on sticker tape paper, then they would be stickers just like the regular stamps are, or you can put them on just regular paper or cardstock if you want a thicker one. You could also use them in your journals as small journaling pieces, or add them to your journal if you sell journals, and then the person who purchases it can put them where they want in the journal. Or if you're like me and you like to send fussy cuts to people or die cuts to people, these would be quick and easy to do. They could also be used in clusters. I think that would be a great addition to a cluster. I'll have to try that and post it. Some of these didn't come out. There we go. One more. There we go. Okay, so we have all of our postage stamps cut out now. So we're going to just lay them down, whatever looks interesting to you. And we have some more that we can do too after we get these done. Then I bought these stamps off of Amazon. They're postage stamps, cities, New York, Tel Aviv, Shanghai, Tokyo, Paris. What we're going to do is we're just going to come in and we're just going to grab a couple. And we are going to put a city on there. And if they don't come out perfect, that's great, because most cancellation stamps do not come out perfect. And they're not always up straight up either. I didn't check that Helsinki one, but we could turn it this way for cancellation and it's just fine. Here's Dubai. We got Hong Kong. Hong Kong. This way. There we go. We have Bangkok. Purple comes out great. Let's do Paris. Then we come in, and I have Memento ink pad. You can use your choice of ink pads. And I'm going to take my cancellation stamp, and I'm just going to stamp them. The fun part is getting them off after you stamp them. And I'm trying to hit that city so that we know it's canceled, it's in use. Can't reuse a stamp. Darn it. Okay, so that's those done, and then we have some more here. So let's choose some different ones. Here's Munich. Now Munich is an orange, and the orange for some reason does not want to show up too well on here. But we do an orange one. Here's Auckland. That'd be great. I hit that one down a little low because I didn't want that pretty flower to be blocked out. Here's Hawaii, another orange one. That one doesn't seem to come out too clear. Here's Los Angeles. I haven't done a Los Angeles one yet. There we go. Bring in our cancellation stamp again. Turn him that way. There we go. So quick and easy postage stamps. You have tickets here. I know there are some ticket stamps out there that you could stamp these tickets with, and that'd be a beautiful background for them. So we have all these postage stamps, and I did a bunch earlier for a trial practice. So we have a ton of them. What I would do, this doesn't have to be you, I would take it and I would edge the edges. I don't have my edger in here right now. It's back in my other room. But I would edge these, make them a little bit more vintage looking, or you can kind of scrunch them up a little bit, show that they went through the mail. But these are just gorgeous, quick and easy stamps. And this is again with the yellow paper from the spring collection by Paperomia. Now I'm going to be doing other things with this yellow collection, so this is just one of the things I was coming up with to do. Actually, you can make stamps with any of the papers in the collection. A good assortment would always come in handy. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you come back soon. Bye.